Um. Konkagi. Hello. Konkagi. I just realized I'm logged out on Twitch. Hi, Nan. Welcome back. Hi, Fairy. Welcome back. I think I'm logged in now. I'm logged in now. I'm the imposter. I'm not the real Kagi. I'm the real Kagi. Ohayo gozaimasu. Hello. Hi, Zeku. Welcome back, Yandere. Welcome back, Zeku. Hope you're having a nice evening. Well, it's 3:30 a.m. It's 3:30 a.m. for me right now. Yeah, cause it's easier for me to like stay up a very long time instead of go to sleep early. Sorry, I just opened the Wawa. I also realized last night after the supermarket had closed, I was down to one water. Down to one water, and yeah, I should order some more today. Can you hear that typing? Isn't it so much nicer than my other keyboard? It's so much nicer. My other keyboard was like ching 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 every time I typed. It was like, what's the word I'm looking for? Where you have like a... It starts with a V. Visceral? Visceral. I would have a visceral reaction, and it wasn't like every day, but there would be some days where I would wake up and I didn't even want to type because it would be so bad that it would be like every time I'm typing, it's like sending a shiver down my spine. I don't know how to describe it, but it was like really uncomfortable, and I would get like annoyed at my keyboard, even though I'm the one that bought it. It's not the keyboard's fault, right? I would be like, oh, yeah. But this keyboard, none of that. This keyboard is lovely. Why am I over here? Why am I just hanging out over here? Wait. I get that from my current blue switch keyboard. Oh my god, blue switches are horrible. Blue switches are really horrible. So are red switches actually. I don't know. Because you wanted us to enjoy my table. What do you mean, my table? Enjoy my table. Thank you for the headpads. That was an extended headpad. Did you have permission for that? Did you have permission for that? I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, about switches. Table behind me, that's my bed. Behind me is my bed. The bed is behind me. I like mechanical keyboards. I will say the only little complaint I have about this keyboard, which isn't like, I don't know what switches this keyboard actually has, but I'm sure it has it on the website. There isn't a huge feedback feel Like when it's nicer to type on, but when I am playing something, the feedback feel isn't quite as strong. I don't know how to explain it. The rebound on the keys is not as intense as what I'm used to, I would say. Also, I don't know how to teetle on this keyboard. Is it teetle? It's teetle, the little swirly thing, right? Is that what it's called? I don't know how to do it. The little, like, you know how people used to type and it would be like the little swell, like the little anime fans would type like this, and there would be the little swirly after the message. I don't know how to do that on this keyboard. I don't know how to do that on this keyboard. But I don't like metal pinging noises on keyboards, and because it was like a razor, Tilda, maybe? I don't know actually. What is it called? What is it called? Now I'm like, what the heck? We know what we're talking about, right? We know what we're talking about. Anyway, I was talking about switches. Yeah, that. That one. Yeah, and then that after it. The worm. I guess it does kind of look like a worm. It's always like after typing something like and then it'll be like that as well. You know, like it's always things like that too. Where it comes after. Yeah. Anyway, my hair is long. I was talking about keyboards. I know the Razer keyboards have like custom, like their own switches on them, right? Or something like that. And like some of them have like not mechanical, they have like metal prongs. Save us from degeneracy. Now how does one do that? Isn't your mind already too far gone? Isn't it like you're unsavable? It's already too far gone. I don't think you can unlearn degeneracy. Can you? Maybe you can learn restraint and find God, but I don't think you can unfind the sin in your soul. You cannot unfind the sin in your soul. Anyway, hi everyone. Hi. I successfully kind of reset my sleep schedule. Then end up suffering with your own hand. I can't be a murderer to the Digicons. How would I be a good fox caretaker if I was out here murdering you? The only thing I can do is repurpose your life into hamburger and consume you. Welcome back, Jack and Thorn. Hello. Let me have a drink. Eating you does not count as murder, it counts as consumption. It's different. I listened to this creepypasta earlier, and it was pretty cool. It was like, it started off as like these siblings, and they used to play this game, and it would be like, you draw cards until something makes a coherent sentence. So like, you know, it couldn't be just like a jumble of things. Like, yeah, I guess you could make something out of it. And it had to be like a coherent sentence. And then it was like a dad game. Like, would you lick a cockroach for like $10? Or would you lick a cockroach to win this game? You know, it would be like things like that. And then you had to say if you would do it or not. And if you say you do it and someone is like, I challenge that, then the person had to do it. But if the person who challenged that person couldn't grant the wish, like the dare, I mean, they couldn't grant the dare, then they had to do it themselves. So if you were like, oh, I'm gonna lick the cockroach to win the game, and then you got challenged, if they were like, oh, okay, I'm actually not gonna do it, then I think there was a rule, something like that. It was like you had to do it yourself. But in the game, there's like these kids, they're playing a game, and it's a brother and sister, and then one of the sentences that got pulled out was like, kill your sibling to win the game. And everyone was like, no, I wouldn't do that. But then the sister said, yeah, I would do that. So then someone was like, okay, I challenge you. And she like tried to go through with it, but it got interrupted. And then obviously people like, well, okay, no, we're not playing this game anymore. It's gone too far, too much. This is where the game ends, right? And it like continues on, and they like grow up, and it turns out like the sister like continued playing it in college, and she was like really intense with everything she did. Like she was like really good at making money and stuff like that. So she kind of had this like, they were like nepo babies to begin with, and then she like rolled over the money that she was given in life, kind of thing. And she kept playing this game, but like going more and more extreme with it, kind of thing, you know, like seeing how far she could like push this game, until like eventually someone died, and then the brother tried to intervene and be like, this has gone too far, you know, it's like too much. And he learned that like the guy that died had played the game with her, and the condition was, would you get haunted by a really scary ghost to save the life of your daughter? And the guy was like, yes, because his daughter was sick. And then like immediately she got better, but all of his like pictures of him, photos of him, immediately was like burnt out. Like there was just like burn marks left behind. And the brother goes over to like see the result of all of this. And yeah, the guy ends up like the guy ends up like hanging himself. So yeah, the brother's like, okay, this is too far gone. You gotta stop this. You gotta stop. The guy killed himself, and then the sister's like, oh, he killed himself? And then the brother's like, yeah, he hung himself, and she's like, oh, that's how he did it. And then he's like, this isn't funny. This is like, you know, you pushed the joke too far. Like, you hired someone to make it look like this guy is getting possessed and haunted, and, you know, he ended up taking his own life. And doesn't matter if you saved his child, because he's gone now, you know. That's how the story was going. And then, the sister's kind of like, oh, so what? So what if I did that? Like, are you gonna stop me? And then, he's kind of like mortified that this is his sister, right? And she's like, oh, if you play the game with me and you win, then I'll stop. But if you lose, then I will keep going. And, they start playing the game. And then I think it like starts with like small things, like would you lick some diarrhea for free ice cream, like, you know, like gross stuff like that. And then eventually it escalates to like, would you disappear forever to win this game? And the sister says, I think they both say yes. And then he's like, okay, I'm going, I'm leaving, I'm gone. I'm gonna say goodbye to my parents, and then you'll never see me again. But you have to stop playing this game. And she's like, you know, just kind of like, alright, kind of thing. And he like goes to his parents' house to say goodbye, and like he's like, he's like, take care of Jess for me. And they're like, huh? Kind of thing, like what, you know? And he's like, yeah, like, I'm just going away for a little bit, so take care of Jess while I'm gone. And they're like, shh, who are you talking about? You know, kind of thing. And he's like, confused. And he goes and looks at like photos, and like she's just not there. And then he looks at his cell phone, and she's just not there. And he messages, like he tries to message his friend, and they're like, what are you talking about, kind of thing. She just like completely doesn't exist anymore. It like ended like that. I was like, damn, it was like, at first you're kind of like, was there like a supernatural involvement? And then you're still like, was there a supernatural involvement? Because the parents at the end are like, are you pretending you have a sister again like you used to do when you were little? So then you're like, wait a minute, is he like just nuts, or did she actually disappear? You know what I mean? Yeah, it was pretty good. The way that like led up, the ending was unexpected as well. How do you if you disappear, how do you win? Well, if he was never like, if one of them was never heard from again, then they win. So she shouldn't continue playing the game. But as soon as, like, on her part, as soon as he showed up or whatever, then she would have been able to continue playing. But yeah, it was really well done. I love creepypastas. I love listening to creepypastas. I would say like most of them they're not creepy, but some are really well done. I think one of the best ones I listened to recently though was the one where it was basically like God is dying, and when you go to heaven, it's just a freaking hellscape. Like that one was pretty good. And like angels have become like corrupt, and they're basically like feeding the souls of people who made it to heaven to the dying God, who's just like teeth and stuff. And if you get fed to God, then you just like, you don't exist anymore. Like your essence is consumed by him. That one was really good because it was just like, oh my god, like okay, so I was a good person and I got to go to heaven, and heaven is a freaking hell in its own right. There's a stream assistant in front of my keyboard. Yeah, that story was really good. I like that one. I mean, in front of my camera, not keyboard. Hungry, hungry hippos. What is the lyrics to that song? Because I got it wrong the entirety of my childhood. Hungry hippos. Song lyrics. God demands a sacrifice. They're hungry, hungry hippos. Hungry, hungry hippos. They're hungry, hungry hippos. It's time to feed your face. They're hungry, hungry hippos. They're in an eating race. Okay, that's the song. You sure it wasn't the Mandela effect? Which part? Which part? Hi, Mr. Mans. Goodbye, Mr. Mans. Oh, Hungry Hippos? I know it wasn't. I remember a lot of adverts that I used to watch when I was a kid. I really like the Twister, the hot spot. Because the reason why I liked that advert is because there was someone wearing polka dot socks in it, and I don't know why, but I was like really obsessed with the socks. Like I wanted those socks through my whole freaking childhood. I was like, I want those socks. I want the polka dot. It was like rainbow polka dot, or colorful polka dots, I should say. And I was like, I want those socks. And then as an adult, like I remember like when I was like, I think like maybe like 19 or something, I finally got a pair of polka dot socks, and I was very content. I was like, I finally got the Twister socks. What is the lyrics to that one though? Twister, the hot spot. Lyrics. There's excitement going around, there's a party going down. That's it. Wait, where'd the lyrics go? They shot away. Party. Twister, the hot spot. I remember his one power is like, move those feet and hands. Yeah. What else is there? There used to be one in Australia and New Zealand that was like, wouldn't it be nice if the world was Kagari? I like that one too. What else? What are the like little jingle? I think like the jingles that we get in commercials are very different to the American ones, but we do get some American ones. Oh, that one? Oh yeah, there was like a commercial that my mom used to sing when I was growing up. So I tried to like find this one commercial. It was a My Little Pony one. And you know how usually it's like My Little Pony, My Little Pony. And then there's like the other one where it's like very slightly different. There was one ad and my mom used to sing it all the time. And the jingle was more like My Little Pony. Wait, I got it wrong. How'd it go? I love my little pony. Something like that. It was like my little pony. I love my little pony. Rather than like the usual one. And I sat through like 2 hours I think, and like half of them with French. And then I was like, okay, I give up. I've had enough of these of these like 80s French My Little Pony commercials. I don't know why there were so many French ones, but they were like mixed in there with the they were mixed in there with the other ones. I don't know. I feel I don't know enough about French, right, to know like the why there's like different sounding French, but like some French sounds fine, and then there's other French where it just sounds like bleh. I don't know how to describe it. You know, it's like, and it's not just because it's men. Because I will say, like, it's more noticeable in men. But there's like ones where it just sounds like the man is like, and it's like, stop! Get the cucumber out of your mouth. You know what I mean? And then there's other ones where it sounds fine. But I don't know enough. Is it like a regional thing, or is it like a something else thing? Is there really a cucumber in his mouth? We just don't know. Croissant! Get the croissant out of your mouth! Boget! Hi, Shao! Welcome. Sounds like just French, but then there's other ones that sound completely fine. I don't get it. I guess it's just a French problem that I will never understand. You know what's kind of weird lately? Like, the latest Twitter update, how they show your location. So you can just, like, get doxxed. You know what I mean? Like, you can just look at someone's location. I think it might be a dialect thing. And I'm like, oh, this dialect sounds fine. But this dialect sounds like there's a cucumber in their mouth. But yeah, you can like just see where someone is now on Twitter, and it's weird. I think. Oh, okay. Okay, don't get your feet off my keyboard. Stop it. Okay, you want cuddle? Bingy. Oh my goodness, she's pulling my earbuds out of my ears. Huh? I do love you, though. I do. All profiles lead to India. We're all just Indian bots. At the end of the day, we're all Indian bots. Countries of the same language have very different dialects. Look at islands. It's true. Oh my goodness, I love you, baby. Yeah. I mean, Stream Assistant needs his own model, so that when I am holding him, we can see that I am holding him. Oh, your feet are cold. I do wish he would stop pulling my earbuds out of my head, though. It's very, very not nice experience. Yeah. His feet are freaking little icicles right now. You know, usually, like, have you ever had someone put their feet on you when they're cold. My mom used to do that to me. My mom used to put her cold feet on me. And that's not a nice experience, but for some reason, it's nice when it's little cat feet. I don't know what it is about it, but like the feeling of small, cold Bingus feet is enjoyable. That's weird. I can see on in OBS there's like ferret message, ferret message, ferret message. But on the website it's like ferret message, jagged thorn message, and ferret message. But I don't see the jagged thorn message for some reason in OBS. That's weird. Yeah, it's just like missing in OBS. But so is... Invisible. I see it now. Why did it... Why did it just not let that message through? There's nothing to like say that, you know, this message is withheld or anything. I mean, imagine if I was just speaking to myself. Wait, I kind of am. I mean, what if I was addressing someone who wasn't there? Did someone just challenge to disappear? And they're like, what are you talking about, Kagi? Who's Jagged Thorn? There's never been anyone called Jagged Thorn. Why do you keep speaking of Jagged Thorn? Wouldn't it be weird though, like waking up and like finding out someone that you like knew and had a personal relationship with just didn't exist? Like imagine if I woke up and I'm like, Dad, can I go shopping? Can I, or like I say to Auntie Fox, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll go shopping with my dad this weekend. And then she's like, Kagi, what do you mean? Your dad hasn't been around since he was 3. Or like something like that. That would be so like, huh? You know, it would be that. I guess that would really be like Mandela. I would be like, okay, I am in the wrong timeline. Get me back to my real timeline. I want to go back. Take me back to my timeline. What if you changed timelines, but like something was significantly better in your other timeline? Like, what if you lost your dad, but then like, you had like a really good house or something. I don't know, like something that's not comparable. What if it didn't just extend to you? Like, what if you were doing really well in the other timeline, but so was everyone else that you have personal relationships with. Like, they were all successful as well. I think I would still rather go back to my timeline, because I would be like, well, they're still gonna be successful, even when I return home, right? But, like, I don't want to give up my dad for that. Like, a fancy house is not worth my dad. You know? And then, like, even when I leave, like, all those people that are, like, having good times, they're still gonna have good times. I'll just be in the other timeline. It would be very mind-breaking, it would. Let me close this out. Like, how would you even process it? You land with a cucumber in their mouth. No! I swapped timelines and everybody's French. In this timeline, everybody's French. Not just like my family, like everyone. Every single existing person. There's no accents anymore. We're all just French. There's no, it's like American French, and then it's like British French, and then it's like Australian French. Stop messing with the time continuum. I'm sorry. It's once you've been to one timeline, you just want to see them all. What happens if you are swapping timelines and you go to a timeline where you're dead? Actually, what even happens to begin with? Like, do you take up two spaces? Like, is there now a double? You know how in Mirai Nikki, when Yuno goes to other timelines, she still exists in those other timelines, so she basically like kills her other self so she can take the place of that Yuno. Like, does that happen, or do you just like spiritually shift places? I would think you physically. I'm gonna say physically shift places. So there's two of you, and you have to decide what you're gonna do with the other one. We. That would be a cool story idea in a timeline where you're dead and the world hunts you to remove the present. Oh, yeah, in different, like, time travel things, a lot of the time there are, like, key events that are gonna happen regardless of, like a lot of visual novels, right? There's, like, key events that are gonna happen, and, like, if you died in one timeline, in that timeline, your death was, like, an inevitable happening. So then the universe of that timeline is, like, we must obliterate the entity which is infiltrating this timeline. That would suck. Hi, civilian, welcome back. But yeah, that would suck. I would just want to leave the timeline. Am I extra bright? I think I might be. I think I might be a little bright today. You know what I realized? I don't think you've ever seen me without the filter on. I don't think I've ever streamed without, like, the filter on. It kind of makes me look like I don't have a nose. But I do have a nose. I do have one. It is there, it's just a little bright. A little bright. I still have my light on though. Even though it's light outside right now. I'm gonna hiccup. Maybe get closer to the screen. I locked the model so I don't accidentally like shift up and, you know, show something I don't want to be showing. Because I've already done it like 3 times, I think. I think I've accidentally shown Hansu like 3 times. I did see for this model there's gonna be an update soon where there's gonna be like some new outfits coming out. And there's gonna be a Christmas outfit. I wanna wear a Christmas outfit. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm so sleepy. I just put pants on. Are you insane? I'm so sleepy. I stayed up today so I could start streaming around this time. Again, because this is like the best time really to sleep. To sleep? To stream. If I try to stream at night lately, the stream assistant is like, why are you doing that? You know? He wants to spend time together. Hello. He wants to do that all the time. Like he just moved my mic away from me. He always wants to spend time together. He's like a little dog, but yeah, lately at nighttime it's like, no, he wants to sleep on my desk next to me while I'm working on stuff. And if he doesn't have his little blankie set up, he becomes a little demon. And he will like throw a tantrum. He'll start like scratching my screen, he'll start like throwing stuff off my desk. He'll start jumping on me. Yeah, he turns into a little shithead. But at the end of the day, I know that it's just like, yeah, it is a binky tantrum, but at the same time, he just wants to spend time with me. He wants to be around me, you know. So it's like, I'm mad for a few seconds, and then I'm like, oh, actually, I'm lucky to have a bingy, and I'm lucky that my bingy loves me so much. But around this time, he's like way more chill. He's like way more chill around this time, so it's a better time to stream. Plus, Auntie Fox isn't trying to sleep, she's at work. Not to say that I won't ever stream overnight. I'll still do that when I'm up at that time and the stream assistant is asleep. Make sure he doesn't fall asleep in the oven. Sometimes I do threaten him with that. If he's being like really misbehaving, I'm like, are you ready to stop being a raw chicken? I'm gonna cook you in the oven. I mean, he doesn't know what I'm saying, right? But like, I threaten him with, instead of being a raw chicken, because he's a hairless cat, he looks like a raw chicken. So I tell him he's gonna become a roast bingus. Just remember to rotate him. Yeah. We'll put him on like a little automatic rotating, you know, like you do with a pig. What are those called? Like the thing that like rotates them above the fire. What are those called? I can't think of the word for it. Where it's like one stick is in the butt and then one stick is in the mouth and they like turn you slowly. What are those called? I think it's like a rotisserie chicken, right? When it's a chicken. He's a hairless cat. I love those. Me too. Hello, welcome. Spit roast. Yeah. Wait, but if I say we're gonna spit roast the stream assistant, that doesn't sound very appropriate. Yeah. Yeah, he's a hairless cat. I love Sphinx so freaking much. I could speak about Sphinx for forever. You know how like they always say like, well, I don't know if they always say that, but I've heard it a lot. Like, everyone has like their breed of animal. Like, you know, like whether it's a dog or a cat or a bird or whatever. There's like, everyone has that like breed that they'll fall in love with, kind of thing. Like once they have one, they're like, yeah, this is the one for me, kind of thing. Having a hairless cat is done that. Yeah, people seem to either like really, really love them or just don't like them at all. I think when you've met one though, it's so hard not. I mean, I'm full of bias. But it's so hard not to like them. They're so like loving. They're very, very affectionate. They're just cute. They feel nice. They're very nice cats. Hi Ralph, welcome back. Maybe a Kagari classroom. I do have one planned. I did make a list of the upcoming classrooms that we will be having. We're gonna have how to wash, and then one about Sphinx cats. And then there was a third one, but I cannot think of what it is right this second. Fingers just feel like yeah, they do. They feel like a warm peach. I like to say like for Americans it's calico critters, but I think in the rest of the world it's Slovenian families. If you've ever petted one of them, they kind of feel like them but warm. They're like little fuzzy guys. I believe there are some that are like completely like no fuzz as well, like they're like rubber balled, but I haven't pet a rubber balled one. The first one I ever met was a fuzzy one. You ever put your cat? Yeah. sometimes I'm like petting him and I just put his face in my mouth. I don't know why, but it's like it's addictive. And then he just sits there and takes it like, okay, I guess I'm in your mouth now. I guess my face is in your mouth now. Yeah. He's very trusting though. Like, he doesn't like being put on his back, but he lets me do that to him. He doesn't like, there's a lot of things he doesn't like, but he still lets me do it to him. Like, obviously he doesn't like his ears being cleaned and stuff, but he still likes, but he lets me do those things. He didn't used to like getting dressed, but obviously sometimes he has to wear clothes. because it gets cold and I don't want him to be cold and chilly. But also it helps keep him clean because he doesn't have fur, he gets really oily. So I like to keep him dressed so that the oil goes on his clothes and not everything else. And he used to not like it, but I've been working on like building him up to be like, oh, clothing is a good thing. And just yesterday when I was like, okay, it's time to get dressed, I pulled out clothes and he was like, I'm getting dressed. And I was like, oh my god, that's the first time that's happened where he's like happy for it. And I was like, yeah, I'm a good Bingus mom. More Nikki loves the clothes. Yeah. I really one day I want to get one of those costumes that has like a tail. You know, like some of them have like a little tail sock on the end. I don't know how to describe it. There's like a spot for the tail as well. One day I want to get one of those kind of outfits because those ones are really cute. I kind of feel like just chatting instead of playing Distraint. Even though I started this stream as a Distraint, let's just chat. Let's just hang out and chat. Let me change the category. I think I'm too EP as well to focus. I know there's kind of puzzles in the stream, right? I feel like I'd be too EP to do those right now. Did it update? Okay, yeah, it updated. At least it's not like too long between today's stream and last stream. I feel so bad when it's like multiple days, like when it's like I don't know, like 4, 5, 2 weeks. Sometimes I kind of go a little Mia. But yeah, there was one thing I did want to talk about, but I don't know. Okay. Let me see. Head pat. Yes. I have some kind of good news. I mean, it's not like something that's happening immediately, but it will be happening. It's not like happening immediately, but it will be happening. So, I have spoken about like how I would be moving and stuff, right? Because Auntie Fox is like selling her house, so I would have to move. And then, wait, what the heck? I can hear some weird sound outside. What day is it? It's Thursday, right? Maybe it's like school children? Yeah, it's Thursday. I think it might be kids, like being weird? I don't know. It sounds really weird. I can't even make out what's going on, but it kind of sounds like it might be good. Anyway, Auntie Fox is selling the family home because she wants to retire, right? She's like it's time. I want to retire. But the only thing is she is moving to a different city. And well, I don't even know if you could call it a city. It's kind of like a village. It's really small. And I don't particularly want to move there because it's in the middle of nowhere, and I'm a city fox. I was born in the city. I like the city. I'm not like downtown in the middle of the hustle and bustle, but I like big cities, and that's what I'm used to. So I didn't really want to move. And then she was like, oh, okay, well, you can stay here, like in the city, and I'll help you set up in the city kind of thing. And I was like, okay, I'll stay here then, you know, and I'll help get set up. But then I was like, actually, it's been It's been a while since I lived in Nippon, in the land of, the rising sun. And, I want to move back. And then, Auntie Fox was like, okay. Okay, we can move you back. So, that's what I'm gonna do instead. I'm going to move back to Japan. Not immediately, not immediately. What I did when I first lived there was English teaching. And, I don't want to do that immediately, like, I didn't like the company that I worked with, so I don't want to, like, go back into the country doing that. What I have wanted to do for a very, very long time was go to language school and get better at Japanese. So I will go to language school and then, after language school, decide what I'm gonna do. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I think it will be next year. We'll move and stuff. And obviously the stream assistant will come with me. The stream assistant, is, he will come too. But yeah, it's very exciting to have like okay, this is what the plan is, you know what I mean? There are now AI that can teach you Japanese with both chatting and talking to it. Times change. I guess, but I don't know. I would have to like test the AI because I feel like I don't know how good the AI would be, but I feel like it's not gonna be the same experience as like physically being immersed in a country. I admire people that can self-teach themselves and like, I don't know how common this is, but there are a lot of people who will just like self-teach and then like their like conversational level before they go to another country. I can't do that. Like I can't do that. I think, like, it's very impressive. But I think for the most part, you kind of need to be, like, immersed. Like, you need to go outside and hear the language being spoken and, like, see the language around you, right? Like, the amount of, like, little details of things that you learn just from being there. Like, I remember when I first lived there, there was, like, a bunch of vocab that you just learn from existing, right? Like, when you go to a 7-Eleven and they ask you if you want a plastic bag or not. And the first time you hear it, you don't know what that word is, so you take note of it, and then you look it up, and you're like, oh, that means plastic bag. And then that's in your vocabulary now, and you know... Next time when they ask you if you want a plastic bag or not, you know to say yes or no. You know what I mean? You can both talk and listen to your pronunciation. You can also have people like correct your pronunciation because when you self-study, you can pick up bad habits. That might become like ingrained in your way of speaking, and it might become a lot harder to like correct that. Hachi, welcome back. But yeah, do you plan to work for a Japanese company because you learn Japanese? No, I would say I want to learn Japanese because I want to be able to be self-sufficient enough to be able to like go to the doctors and explain what my problem might be, or be able to go out and shop and know what I'm buying, or like I don't know, go to a restaurant and be able to order in Japanese. You know what I mean? Like be able to communicate. Because I will say that was difficult living there. Like first time, like you can play charades and you can like basic communication with people, but you can't like communicate deeper things, right? when I had to go to the hospital one time, because I didn't have, like, they don't have GPs there, like general practitioners. If you have an issue with like one part of your body, you go to a doctor for that one part of your body. Or if you don't have that available, like you can go to the hospital instead. So I had to go to the hospital because I was in a when I lived in Ibaraki, the city that I lived in didn't have like a big enough. It wasn't a big enough city to have like multiple doctors for like specific things, so you would go to the hospital, and the nurses couldn't speak English, so they had to like send me directly to the doctor, right? And like usually you would just deal with the nurses, and then they would be like, oh, like your problem is this, and we can help you with that. But yeah, it like took up a lot of their time because I had to have like special attention because yeah, we couldn't communicate. There are also Discord servers dedicated to meeting people from other countries, like one in Japan. Oh yeah, there are things like that. I will say the first time I went to, because I was like working and not like there to study, after work, it would be like, okay, well, the last thing... I also didn't live in a big city, right? So, like, the last thing I would want to do after working is, like, go out and socialize, because that's what I did all day at work. But hopefully, like, starting with like, learning, it would be, like, more of a, environment to... do things with a lot of people, I guess. That wasn't just like workmates. Next thing you know, you'll be photographed next to a salary man holding a box. Not that I would know how that feels. I remember that story. Barrett went to Japan last year and had gone to Fox Village, and I've been to Fox Village too. We didn't go together. I went the year before, I think. Did I go the year before? I went in... What year did I go in? 2022. I don't know what year Ferret went, actually. I think it was 2 years apart. But whatever. I went to Fox Village. Ferret went to Fox Village and told me this story about... when you hold the fox, because like in the Fox Village, there's like one... They have different like times, and there's like one timing where you can like hold a fox. I think it's like $10 and you get to hold the fox. And they get you to put on like safety gear, and then you sit down on a chair and they hand you a fox, and you put your phone in a little box next to you, like a little basket next to you, and then they will ask you if you want a photo or not. And the Japanese person asked the salaryman if he wanted a photo, and he said yes, and then the guy just started taking pictures of Ferret instead. So like this random Japanese dude just has like pictures of Ferret holding a fox on his phone. Well, it's such an awkward situation, because what do you even do? Like, the guy's just taking photos, and it's like, I don't speak Japanese, so like, I don't know. I know I have a couple of old games that'll teach familiar Japanese. Yeah, there are a lot of different ways. It's just like, I personally want the going into class and having a teacher and like having a class to like learn with. I want that experience, because I think I don't learn very well. I think it's I don't know like what part of it is, but I have autism, but I don't learn very well, but I learn, how do I explain it? In like traditional school, I didn't learn very well, but like when it's a method that works for me, I learn fine, easy. And I want to like make sure that the school that I select that I want to go to is gonna be one that works with me. I think it's like a lot of like, you know how some people are like hands-on learning and then other people are like book learning. I'm more of like a hands-on learning. So like if I can get feedback and stuff like that, that helps me a lot. There is a salaryman somewhere who probably shows those photos getting mad at me. Imagine doing that, right? Like, oh yeah, I traveled like 2 hours to go see these foxes, and then the guy took photos of this foreigner. Imagine explaining that to your like family. Like, yeah, I went and saw the foxes. I always learn best by doing instead of reading. Yeah, me too. I learn best by doing, not just reading. And also by like having like feedback and like back and forth and stuff like that. I need a mix of book and actual. I could probably learn without books, but like the less like I have to read this and then apply this reading to what I'm doing, the better. The more like, okay, I do this and now I have to apply what I did to learning, the better. Which you can see why that's a problem for like the school system, right? Because it's like school system is all about reading and applying, whereas I am do and apply. Oh my god, you know one thing that is so stupid when you're in school? The like math stories that you get, you know what I mean? It'll be like, Sally went to the library and there were 15 apples. And then Sally went to the supermarket and there were 28 apples. Then Sally went home and she found 40 apples. How many apples does Sally have? You know what I mean? Those kind of stories, those ones were always really annoying. Books for the structure and foundation, and then doing for the correct application, etc. Yeah, it's like mixed. Like some people learn from doing, some people learn from reading, but the like Western, I guess like most school systems actually are pretty outdated and need updating. Those examples annoy the frick out of me. I always thought that was so stupid. It's like, why is there so many apples? I know it's just a story, but personally, I would have just preferred if they just like. They just did like 13 plus 40 plus 15. How much? Rather than the story. I hated the stories. Like, just give me the freaking equation. Just tell me what I need to work out. Stop the story. They counted the order their books. I did find like when my mom, cause my mom pulled me out of school for the first time when I was 11. The second year of intermediate, I didn't go because I was like very, very behind, and she was like, "This is not acceptable. Like, you can't do like your 3 times tables. You're 11. Like, you know." She was like, "That's a problem," and she pulled me out, and then she would like try different methods until something worked, and then she taught me like a lot that year, and by the end of that year I could do all my times tables. I could do a lot that I could not do before, and then I went back to school when I was like 13 and immediately fell behind again. But yeah, I learned that, yeah, it's just like different methods work for different people. You know, one thing I hate that was so stupid in school? You would spend like 1 week learning something, barely get the hang of it, and then it would be like, okay, next thing. I hated that. I hated the like, and I think they still do this, right? Where it's like hard week, easy week. So they'll like, okay, we learn a bunch this week, and then next week we kind of chill out. Then we learn a bunch again, and then we kind of chill out. At least that's how it used to be. I learned something interesting that I didn't know was like in the school system now. But apparently nowadays there is like a cutoff. So like if you were born, is it June or July? I think it might be June. If you are born before June, then you are in one intake, and then if you are June and after, you are in a different intake. So like, even if you were both 5 this year, one group of 5-year-olds would start in before June, and then the other 5-year-olds would have to wait until the next June to start. And they have like classes like specifically for like new entries that are kind of like the baby class. It's only like a half-year class, and then they have like the existing. Yeah. Anyway, it's very different because I wasn't done like that in my school, but my school kind of did things a little bit differently. Like groups, 2 years would be bunched together. So there was like the special 5-year-old class that was only 5-year-olds, but then there would be like the other classes which was like 5 and 6-year-olds, and then it would be like 7 and 8-year-olds. 9 and 10-year-olds. So like for 1 year you would be the youngest, and then you would be the oldest, and then you would be the youngest, and then you would be the oldest. That's what my school did, which wasn't. I don't think that's common. Your parents had the option for me. I think legally, most kids start at 5 here, but you don't legally have to start until 6. But that's kind of rare. Most people are like, okay, you're 5, go to school. Go to work, I'm meeting. Good luck in your meeting. Good luck. But yeah. I started at 5 though. I started at 5, but my birthday is like right at the end of the year, so I turned 5 and then I went to school in the following year. I think here they made rules more rigid here. Yeah, I didn't actually know all those updates had happened. The only reason I knew that is because one of my cousins, she works with children, and she was telling us about it. She was saying how they updated it. So they have like the entry 5-year-olds, and then they have the like the you've joined at the start of the year. Oh, that's what I meant to explain. If you were born June and after, you can still go to school, but you go into the baby class until next year, and then you join the entry 5-year-olds, which is interesting. But I don't know. When I started, I went into like the 5-year-olds only class, and then in my second year, I went into there was 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds, but I was the big kid. So I got my first year of just being a 5-year-old, and then my second year of being a big kid. Don't have kids in June or July. What time do you get pregnant if you have your kid in June or July? It would be like, I don't know, I'm too EP to do the math and like minus, go backwards, go back. September? I will take your word on it. I will take your word on it. I believe you. If you're lying to me though, I will not give you a very good blessing. I was trying to think of something threatening, and I'm like, my brain, the gears are trying to turn, but they're just not turning. Let me drink. It would be September or October. Something like that. Let's not give me a blessing. Hey! The lesson of today shall be if you have carbonated water, it shall be enjoyable. I need more carbonated water. I don't know if I should order it before I go to sleep and then order it to arrive like when I'm gonna wake up. I don't know. No, I'll order it when I wake up. That'd be safe. I'm sorry. I'm getting like a second wave. I'm sleepy. But anyway, let's talk more about Japan, because Japan is fun and interesting and I've been seeing it so much, because whenever something like a pop-up cafe happens and it's like an artist I like or something, I'm like, damn, I would have been able to go. Damn, I would have been able to do that, you know what I mean? Anyway, saying Japan. Wait, did I say hi to you? Yeah, I'm like saying Japan. That is like the essence of my personality, and I don't think it's a phase because I'm old, and it's been more than, how do I word this? My thing Japan obsession has existed for longer than some VTubers have been alive. Let's put it that way. Man, that makes me feel old. But I am old. I have to accept it. I don't think I didn't accept it. I kind of I kind of go around saying I'm old all the time. I'm a millennial. I'm old, so it's fine. Well, okay, I'm not old in the grand scheme of things. I'm old for a VTuber. Let's say that. I'm still young and like, I wouldn't say I am old in life. You know what I mean? Still cute though. Thank you. And hello, by the way. Hello. 87 is young. You mean 87 years young? There's a pop-up nickel bar display. I saw there's gonna be like an Android pop-up thing too. And they were like showcasing some of the Lucky Star Nendoroids. I am old enough that I watched Lucky Star while it was airing. I watched Lucky Star while it was airing. I have such a special place in my heart for Lucky Star because of that. I went with my friend. Okay, I'll tell a story. My friend was a weeb, and she went to a different school than all her friends because she wanted to go to this particular school, right? Yeah, you ancient. Don't rub it in, okay? Don't rub it in. So I went with my friend to this club that she had joined, and can you hear the birds outside? I keep hearing them come through the microphone. She went to this club and I went with her. I went with her multiple times, right? But the first time I went to this club with her, I got permission from my mom to go to the club, this anime club. Not nightclub, I should have specified. It was an anime club. And it was hosted at the university, but like, it wasn't, like, you didn't have to be a university student. You didn't have to be a university student, it was just hosted at the university. And my mom gave me permission to go with my friend, so she dropped us off one evening and she was gonna pick us up after. And I went with my friend, and my friend introduced me to her friends from a different school, and everyone was so nice to us and like really welcoming, and we were annoying. But I remember one guy pulls this TV into the, you know, like old days where you would like cut around a big TV and be like, you know, like in school we used to like cut around the TV, they'd bring the TV in on wheels and stuff. This guy brings a TV on wheels into the room and he's like, look at this new show that just started airing, and he puts on Lucky Star. He puts on Lucky Star and the opening starts and it does the, you know, the Lucky Star opening, and I was entranced. Little me was like, what is this show? What is this show? And a bunch of people were like, what the hell is this? I'm not gonna watch this. But me, I was like, oh my god, what is this? I like this. And I watched the first episode, and I remember going home and like looking it up and realizing that only one episode was available. And I was like, I need to watch this. I need to watch this show. And after day one, I turned into a weeb. I think it was before then. I don't think there was like a one moment where I became a weeb. It was like, I will say it's my mom's fault. I feel like my mom kind of like groomed me into being a weeb, but not because she wanted it. It's just she didn't know any better. 100 years of age difference is too much even for me. Wait until you see my tail. Then you'll change your mind. So which end does it call it? I eat it from the fat end. I'm sorry. I eat it from the fat end. I like the fat end more. Like, I start from the fat end, and then I like to eat around the circle and like unwrap as you go. Kind of. I don't know how to describe. You like eat around it, like a spiral. Eat it in a spiral, but from the fat end. Because if you eat it from the small end, then it like squidges out. Anyway. This is well, it should work, right? The tail redeem should work. This tail wags a little faster than the model that I drew. There we go. There it is. Isn't it glorious? I love the tip of the tail. I was trying to think of how to describe it. So fluffy. Thank you. Glory to the floof. We should always appreciate fluffy things. Unless it's a bingus, then we have to say fuzzy. We can appreciate fuzzy things too. I don't understand why my brain did that, by the way. Because I really, really love fluffy things. Like, I love fluffy rugs. I love fluffy blankets. I always sleep with fluffy blankets. Even though it's summer, I still have fluffy blankets. I love fluffy clothes. Anything that's like fluffy, I love it. And then my brain is like, oh yes, hairless cats. And then it just attached to it. And I was like, hairless cats are the best. Like, where is the logic in that? Where is the logic? Accepted sidetrack, but it's not even like a little sidetrack. It's like the Sphinx Cast consumes half of my brain. Like, half of the brain is he means that I tried to flush him. He's good. He got over it very quickly. He jumped up on it again, Todd. I think he doesn't remember that it happened already. I don't think I told the story on stream, but the other day I was trimming my hair. And before, you know, like usually if you trim your hair, you want to have like a shower or something after to wash away all the like little bits, right? The little like leftover bits. And before I was getting in the shower, I went to the bathroom. And it was just a wee, by the way. He didn't get flushed in the poop water. He got flushed in the wee water. But anyway, I was on the toilet, and usually I leave the toilet door open a little bit so the stream assistant can come in, because he has an obsession with watching the toilet flush. Like, he is so obsessed with watching the toilet flush. He jumps up on the toilet seat and he's like, while watching it, and he loves to see it be flushed. And that's why I usually leave the door open, but because I kind of have like half my hair over my face, I couldn't see like outside the toilet door, so if someone was walking past, then they would just be able to see, right? So I was like, I'll shut the door this one time so I don't, you know, show Auntie Fox myself on the toilet if she walks past. And I started flushing the toilet. I stand up, and he busts into the toilet room because the toilet is in its own room in my house. He like busts through the door into the toilet room, and I turn around to like look at the toilet, and my butt hits him and flings him into the toilet. Like into the bowl as it's flushing, and he lands in the bowl, like he lands in the toilet bowl, and it's like flushing all over him. And his face is just like and yeah, like his back feet were like in the bottom of the bowl, and his front feet were like up, and I was like, I immediately like screamed, and I grabbed him, and he's just like petrified, and yeah, there's just like toilet water flushing all over his back and stuff. That's some cartoons. Yeah, it was like so cartoon. It's the fact that my butt hit him as well. Like, you know what I mean? And it was like, why was everything perfectly timed to like him just as he jumps? I turn around and my butt hits him into the freaking toilet. But I felt so bad. And then I had to immediately wash him. Well, actually, I took him to the kitchen. I gave him some treats because I felt so bad that I just like flung him into the bowl. And then I ran the sink tap and took his clothes off because he had like a little jumper on. He's a cat. He's a cat. But I took him into the bathroom. I started washing his feet and his tail and his back, and he's like, because he doesn't like it. And then when I finished washing him, instead of like drying him off, I immediately took him back to the treat bowl, and then he just kept eating like nothing happened. He just like continued. It was like nom 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 nom. Like he got the treats from getting flushed, and then he gets washed, and then he gets the treats again. But it was like, bro, you just got flushed and then washed. Water took his memory, I think so. He had to do a sewer level. But yeah, it was like the most cartoonish event. I think it's pretty common here for like toilets to be in their own room. I think that might be like a British thing. Like, I think a lot of British houses have that too, but most bathrooms here, I would say, like, there are bathrooms where the toilet is in the same room as the bathtub or the shower, like whatever you have. But most the toilet's in its own room. And it's always weird because the sink is in the same room as the bathtub. Like, what is with that? Sorry. Excuse me. What is with that? Like, why isn't the sink in the same room as the toilet? I don't understand that. But I do like the toilet being in its own room. He's gonna flush me. he I don't know, maybe he gets his revenge in other ways. I took the tweezers from the bathroom, which I'm not supposed to do. I'm not actually supposed to do that, but I thought I was gonna be sneaky and take the tweezers and then like sneaky put them back in the bathroom before Auntie Fox noticed. It's not like you're not allowed to use the tweezers. It's just that I lose things all the time. Like all the time I lose things, so Auntie Fox didn't want me to lose the tweezers. And I put them on my desk, and then I don't know where they're gone. I think the stream assistant like knocked them under something, or I don't know, they're gone. My room has swallowed them, and Auntie Fox found out. I'm a criminal. I'm a criminal. Italians use a bidet too. I wish a bidet was more common here. I wish a bidet was more common because I like bidets. It feels so much more cleaner using a bidet. I feel like, I don't know, it's nice. Bidet is nice. Um, but yeah, I guess maybe I will have a bidet again. I don't know. When I lived in Japan, I actually didn't have a bidet at my house. Apartment. My first apartment had like a heated seat, but it didn't have a bidet. And then my second apartment in Tokyo didn't have a bidet either. Actually, that bathroom was so annoying to keep clean. Um, Cause Japan is very humid. We have the same issue here, but bathrooms are different here, right? Like in winter, mold is like very easy. Like it's very easy to get mold in winter here because it's so humid. But our bathrooms are not like one unit like they are in Japan. So um I don't know, like you can still get mold, but like it's a lot easier to keep rid of it. My second apartment, it's like you didn't wipe it down for one day and there would be freaking mold. And you had to leave the fan on pretty much all the time so that mold didn't grow. Anyway, I hope going back I have a toilet with a bidet. I guess I could buy a bidet if I don't have one. Is it just me or is there another outage on the internet? Some stuff is down for no reason. Oh, that's been happening a lot recently, right? Like, it's just been like places going down for like long periods of time. Turns out I used the grub emote 6 times? That's a lot. You'll go to the same location or thinking different? I want to move to maybe, I was thinking either like Kyoto or Osaka. I think Osaka is like the cheapest. And I want to go somewhere where it's gonna be like cheaper housing and stuff like that. Hi, Kara. How are you doing today? I'm good. I kind of got good news today, so I'm happy. Hello, happy Yakuza. You know. But yeah, I lived in Ibaraki. I was in Tokaimura. I don't think it matters if I say where I was in Ibaraki because I'm not there anymore, right? But it was in Tokaimura, and then I would also work in Mito sometimes. I was like between Mito and Tokaimura, but I lived in Tokai. And then I moved to Tokyo. But I think when I move back, I want to move to either like Kyoto or Osaka because way cheaper. But still like big enough places that I have access to an English veterinary. Because I want an English veterinary place for the stream assistant to go. It doesn't matter about me. It matters about him. Because at least if I go to a doctor or something and they don't speak good English, I can use like Google Translate and like get the, you know, like you can still communicate. But with him, it's like he can't communicate and it's like when it becomes, how do you say it, like complicated like language, it's better that you can communicate, I think. Because you can go to doctors and be like, my tummy sore, help. But like when it's an animal and they have to explain like what's going on, I want there to be English because obviously I speak English. Apparently there's a power outage in California. 10,000 people are being affected if the maps are whoa, that's a lot. Wonder what happened. Like what is it, like power plant problem? By the way, don't Google image search Tokaimura. Excuse me. Because there was like a nuclear power plant problem in like the 90s or something, and there's some pretty graphic images. If you look it up, there's like some pretty graphic images, so don't do that. What's it called? Like when a nuclear power plant has a fall, oh, I don't know. Not explodes. You know. They gotta get out of here. Meltdown, yeah, that's it. Do you have a YouTube channel? I have a vlog channel. It should be linked in the like about me, but I don't have a like YouTube channel that I actually post content on yet. I would like to. I would like to maybe start like dual streaming once I figure out stuff. I don't know. I'll get there eventually. I was thinking maybe for 2.0 we could start dual streaming. Is that watashi wa? I can't read the kanji. I don't know what the kanji is. Something said wa arimasen. But whatever the kanji is, yeah. I am not happy. Happy is shiawase, right? Is it, or is like, I know shiawase is like, it's like overall happiness, but I'm not sure if it's to like describe, in this moment I feel good. Because ureshi is also happy, right? So would it be... Is it really awkward way to say it? Yeah, because isn't it more like... In English, if you said like, I'm happy, and then you said, happy I am not. I don't know how to say I am sad though. Ureshi masen. I really like to see your YouTube channel start soon, friend. Shiawase janai. Yeah, I guess so. I would like to do more content just outside of streaming. But my brain kind of dead right now. But I think once I start dual streaming, then I will start also thinking about doing just like small things that supplement what already exists. Cause it's fun. I like being an Arctic fox. I like being able to be an anime woman on the internet. I think it's just suddenly starts to get a Yakuza voice. How would you even say that? Onaka ga soita. He wouldn't have that kind of voice though. His meow is pretty high pitched. Like I don't know. How would that even be like? He just gets to the vet and he says that I'm hungry. What's the word for doctor? I can't think of it right now. I know it's in there in my vocab somewhere, but I cannot think of what the word is for doctor right now. But anyway, he gets to the vet and he's like. Whenever I think of shiawase, I think of inai circulation. You know when it's like shiawase nano demo so nacha dame. I haven't sung that in a while. It's like one of the only Japanese songs I can sing. I think I can sing like three songs, and then it'll be like inai circulation, Cruel Angel's Thesis, and Tabi no Tochu. Wait, maybe there's a vocalized song I can sing as well, but it's just because it's easy, not because it's a hard song. Well, actually, maybe 2 vocalized songs. I can't sing Senbon Zakura. 2 vocalized songs. Yippee! I love that Fluttershy dancing. It's so cute. It's so cute. Ay, ay, ay. I want to hold out for at least 2 hours stream. I think I can do it. I think I can do it. I can make the 2 hour mark, and then I will go. I can sing the dango song. Dango, 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 dango. I don't remember the lyrics. I don't remember all the lyrics. Dango, dango, die. Lyrics. Yanja naya. Wait, where is it? Yanja naya kita go yasashi da go. I don't know how the actual thing goes, so I'm just assuming. Sukoshi yume mitachi natsukami da go. I haven't watched Clannad in a long time. I tried to rewatch it again maybe like 2-3 years ago, and I was like, the story didn't quite hold up. I don't know. Canon, I feel like Canon is just the better Clannad. I like Clannad, but I like Canon more. Yeah, but my favorite key story is Rewrite, and I think the saddest key story is Little Busters. Little Busters is so freaking sad. Canon superior, yeah. Canon is good. Clannad also good. I like all of Key, to be honest. I'm pretty much like pretty big supporter of Key. I think maybe the I was a little on the fence with the recent adaptation. Man, my Summer Pockets. Yeah, I was a little on the fence with Summer Pockets until I got into some of the other stories. I think I can't think of all the names right this second. The freaking song, the cow and crow song, just no, did not do it for me. Let me drink. I like visual novels in general, though. Well, not all of them. I could probably have played more too. And I still need to finish the first Utawarere Mono. Maybe one thing we could do at some point is play more visual novels on stream. I know we played Sayano Uta on stream. Obviously, if we're gonna play on stream, we have to do like the Steam versions where they're not patched. Or it all get, cause I don't want to get banned. And now hiccup. The first story I liked, the black haired girl, I didn't really get on board with her either. I felt like my suspension of disbelief was stretched a little too far for her. I liked it, I liked when we got into the twins. I really liked them. I think around there I was like, yeah, that's, I like this. Naturally the main was the best arc, and then going into the other arcs was like the best. I'm glad they did save the best for last, because they really did save the best for last. But yeah. Rewrite is my favorite key visual novel. I think the show of Rewrite is good, and if you like it enough, it's like good enough to get you into the visual novel. But I think the visual novel is like a million times better. Do you remember what your first visual novel ever was? I don't remember what my first visual novel ever was, but I do remember what my first eroge was. I remember my first eroge was Wanko to Kuraso. Wanko to Kuraso. And I played it with my friend. Like, we played it. She went for one route, and I went for the other route. And I went for the Mikan route. So the dog. It's a dog girl. It's a dog girl visual novel. It existed like before Nekopara was a thing, but it's kind of like the same universe, but instead of cats, it's dogs. And I remember, she played the best friend route, and I played the dog route, and then we were like telling each other what was happening in each story. My first was a fan translation of it, right? I actually still got a sealed copy. That's so cool! I didn't know you liked rewrite meat. I freaking love rewrite. I first playthrough I played of the visual novel, I got the song came out of nowhere, and yeah, I got obliterated, and I was like, what the heck? I got obliterated. I heard this song, and then yeah, I freaking died. Actually, I died a few times before I got like my first like actual ending. Have you ever heard about Sagamika Resort Pleasure Forest? I don't think I have. Let me look this up. My name will be in the new official translate since I... Really? I have one save file that is like right before the credits, so I should go finish that save file and then look out for you. Go look for you. Okay. Sagamiko Resort Pleasure Forest. You can enjoy a day of fun outdoor activities while taking in the beauty of the natural surrounding in the area lake of Sagami. The facility includes an onsen where visitors can relax and unwind. See more! It's not... Okay. If you're visiting in the late autumn and winter months, you get to walk amid an impressive landscape of lights that stretches over the whole park. Oh, it looks very beautiful. I don't know if it's talked about much, but I did go to Hitachinaka seaside. There's like a famous park there. Let me get a picture of it. Hitachinaka seaside park. I have been to this place. I think it's more famous for like its flowers, but I went when I forget what these bushes are called. This is what it's more famous for. I'll bring up both pictures. Welcome back. Hitachinaka. Okay, this is what it's more famous for. I think, like this. Yeah, it's very beautiful. I haven't been when it's flowering like this, but I have been when it's like this. It looks like a Dr. Seuss book. It reminds me of the Lorax when it's like this. Hold on, I'm bringing the picture up. I've been when it's like... Whoa, that's a big photo. I've been when it's like this. I forget what they're called. It starts with K, I think. Kochia? I think it's Kochia. I think that's what they're called. But, yeah. This is in Ibaraki, so I've been to this one. It's really pretty. One thing I would love to be able to do is like more like I guess like Japan related content where it's like, oh, this is happening, so we're gonna do like either I think walking streams but I'm walking would be amazing. Imagine that, like I am the walker. I would just have to be careful not to like accidentally dox myself or something. I guess if I just wore a fursuit, it wouldn't matter. No, I'm kidding. Imagine that. Imagine doing like a walk along stream where we're like walking in the countryside or something, but I'm wearing a fursuit. How how weird would that be? Especially if you're like a random passerby, it's just like, what the hell? If you look under the name Sagamiku Mori Mori, Sagamiku Mori Mori. Oh, the nighttime ones. Yeah, the nighttime ones look really beautiful. Look at this. Let me bring this up. Okay, that doesn't want to let me save. Okay, this one. This one isn't as pretty, but it's still pretty. I think the other photo was prettier, but this is still very pretty. This looks really cool. Wait, it's small. There we go. That's what she said. This looks really pretty though. Yeah. I think doing an actual walkie stream where I am the cameraman would be a lot of fun. Also though, doing like more stuff like I guess pilgrimages, like doing a Higurashi pilgrimage and then doing like a stream about it would be a lot of fun. You know? Like physically going to look at the houses and like look at the locations. I know the school doesn't exist anymore in the actual location. They tore down the school that was used in Higurashi, but there are like other things that still exist. It was just called. It's summer. Well, it's summer in this side of the planet, but the I'm gonna grab a picture of it. The village that Hiragashi takes place in real life is called Shirakawa, and obviously in the story it's called Hinamizawa, but real life place does exist, just different name. But you can go and like physically see all the places. Look, this is big. Look. Imagine we do like an actual stream and like look at this together. Wouldn't that be cool? One of my friends, she was in Japan recently and she went there. I was so jealous. I was like, ah, I haven't been yet. I really want to go. I really, really want to go. But yeah. I'm trying to find. I think you can still go and look at Rika's house. You can still see like the different sides. You can see Rika's shrine. Although in real life it is not that big. Like in the show, in the visual novel, it's pretty big. It's -3 for you right now. I don't know what temperature it is. It was raining, so it's right now it is 15 degrees Celsius, and how is that in Fahrenheit? 59 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah. So it's like a comfortable temperature here right now. But the humidity is probably gonna pick up again soon. Because right now it's like 71% humidity, which is low for here, by the way. It is always really freaking humid here. I don't think I've ever seen the humidity go below like 65%. It's always very high. It's usually like, I don't know, anywhere between 70 to 100. Humidity sucks. Humidity really freaking sucks. 41 Fahrenheit? What is that? 41 F2 Celsius. 5 degrees. Oh, okay, that's chilly, but it's nice chilly. You know, I will say, like, when things start to go minus, it's kind of like hard to tell the difference. Once it's like minus, well, what, like 0 degrees and minus 5 degrees kind of feels the same. Or maybe I'm just not that good at detecting it, but to me it just kind of feels the same. It's like, it's cold. It's cold. But yeah. It's 6 degrees. Ooh, it's actually colder for you right now. It's like very comfortable for me. I like 15 degrees. I do like 15 degrees. It's a nice, comfortable, cozy temperature. I think kind of around maybe like 20 degrees and up. I'm like, I don't like it. Go lower. Make it lower temperature. I like the not too cold, but not too hot. One thing that does suck is Japan in the summer. Japan in the summer freaking sucks. It's so disgustingly hot and humid. Excuse me. Actually, it's more the humidity. It's like the humidity that sucks. Because I've been in dry heat, and dry heat sucks as well, but like sucks less than humid heat. I think the highest temperature I've ever been in though is like 46 degrees? Yeah. That sucked. That sucked. 20 to 25 is the best range. I don't like 25. 25 degrees is too hot. 25 too hot. Imagine living in a place where humidity is like that all year round. I do. Even in winter, yeah, I do. Where I live, it's very humid all year round. It's very humid. Like well, it's summer. Well, is it officially summer yet, or is it still spring? I think it's like officially summer now, right? It's summer right now, but it's humid all year round. You gotta be careful for mold in the winter, and then in the summer, it's like the air is heavy. Whenever I've spent time in Australia and then I like step off the plane, it's like getting smacked in the face with like a wet blanket. As soon as you like land here and the plane doors open, it's like, oh, I'm back in the humidity. Not there are places in Aussie that are humid too. It's just not as intense. Like I know a lot of people in Melbourne complain about the humidity, but it's like, bruh, it doesn't like permanently exist in Melbourne. It just like permanently exists here. There's no escaping it. Summer, humid. Winter, humid. You're dead, it's humid. You're alive, it's humid. Is more Brisbane? I haven't been to Brisbane. I've only actually really been to Sydney and Melbourne. Because, a lot of family live in Australia or did. I've been back and forth for a lot of my life. Isn't Brisbane where the Bluey house is though? Well, was, I should say, because they sold it. And on the other hand, we have China where they sprinkle water from the rooftops of buildings and skyscrapers just to combat the heat. Really? That's crazy. Oh, sorry, there's no sleeves. We are an exposed appendage place around here. The arms exposed. I never been to China actually. Well, my ancestry has. My DNA has been to China, but I have not been to China. I would like to visit though. But I think if I went to China, I would like to do like a tour guide thing where they like take me places and they're like, oh, look at this. And I'm like, oh, fancy. And then they're like, okay, now look at this. I'm like, oh, you know what I mean? And then they just like take you places to eat stuff. I think I would rather do that for China. They install automatic sprinklers from the top of the pot. That's crazy. I didn't know that. But yeah. And there are like some things that I would like to see, but I think if I was planning a trip to China, then it would be like, I'll just let the tour guide take the wheels. You know what I mean? But also take me to the My Little Pony merch, because what the hell, China's game is strong for merch. There's like a company at the moment in China that has licensed rights to produce My Little Pony merch, and they do not slack. Like, they have such good merch coming out at the moment. So yeah, I would specifically ask the tour guide. I think it's to a shop that sells that. That's where I want to go. They're smashing it? Yeah, I'm jealous. I'm jealous that we're not getting it. The only My Little Pony merch that we're getting here at the moment is like Generation 5, and it's so ugly and I hate it. Yeah. How do I say that? Chong... I don't know how to say it. King? Chong King? You'll get lost even with guide? Really? Let me look it up. What does it look like? Chong King? Isn't Q like K? Like Kiki? That's what I thought. I thought incorrect. It won't let... OBS won't let me... Let me just type it. Instead of copy paste, I type. Chong... Whoa! What the heck? This is like... This is crazy. The world's most complex vertical city explains... Whoa, I believe it! This is crazy! Wait, I need to take a picture of this building, because this building looks cool as hell. Never mind, it won't let me save it. You know what I want to go see? I want to see like an actual light display. You know how some places, instead of setting off fireworks, now they do like light displays? I haven't seen one. Someone was setting off fireworks the other night for like 20 minutes straight. And for a second I was like, oh shoot, is the stream assistant okay? And I went to check on him, and he was sitting outside in his catio watching the fireworks like the display was personal for him. He was just out there like, oh, nice, there's fireworks going on. It surprised me, because usually animals are like, oh no, loud sound, you know what I mean? But he was just like, oh, okay. Okay. Look at this freaking city in China. That's crazy. This wasn't the building that was impressing me though. The building that was really impressive doesn't want to save. Let me try this picture. Nope, that one. I'll just yoink it actually. Why save something when I can just steal it? You know what I mean? They want to make their file a web... what's the file format? Whatever. I just screenshot it. Mine now. This one. Look, you can still see the little Google image watermark thing in the bottom left. But look at this. WebP. WebP. How do I even say it? WebP? You might Windows snapshot. Just look it up on YouTube. People spam videos about the city all the time. I will. I'm gonna leave this tab open though, so I go look at it. Big Fox Alice today. Hi Duck, welcome back. What do you have weirdly more pain to save? Yeah, just make it a normal format where I can steal it and show it to the Digicons without any issues. So much nicer, so much friendlier. So much more at peace. You know what I really want to get? I want to get a cushion of the stream assistant. That's of like a picture of him. You know? Oh, I should show. I gotta show this picture. I gotta show this picture of like my work. When I am working, what I look at. Like what my workstation looks like. Oh, let me send to my phone. Okay, I'm also gonna send an ugly picture of him. Excuse me. Okay. Okay, when I am trying to work on something, at the moment, oh wait, Discord. At the moment, the stream assistant really likes sitting on the kind of like the left-hand part of my desk, which makes it hard to work because then I have to put my keyboard on my lap instead of next to my drawing tablet. And yeah, if I don't set up for him though, he like throws a tantrum, and then you don't want to mess with the bingus that has a tantrum. Anyway, this is his blanket that he's wrapped into. Let me just bring it up. Oh, it's big. Okay. He was like that. My keyboard is on my lap, and then my drawing tablet is on the right. And then you can see a little peon cat up there. I didn't realize that peon was... Look! I didn't notice that. He's just up there being sad. But yeah, that's like how I am trying to draw recently. He's like taking up half of my desk because he's got like his own personal little blanket. But it's so cute at the same time. It's so cute. It's not even like a bed or anything. It's just a blanket on my desk, and then I put a little bit of the blanket over him. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I can feel like a frog in my throat. Okay. I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. Now that I died, I think I'm okay. Anyway, now I show the ugly photo. Sorry for that. Clearing my throat a lot of times probably sounds not nice. But in compensation, I have a beautiful picture to show you. It made me laugh. It made me laugh. Okay. You know how I said Sphinx cats are really cute? And I love Sphinx cats, and they're so cute, and everyone should love Sphinx cats, and Yeah. Look at my beautiful cat. Look at my He looks so hard. He's sleeping. He's sleeping. Well, we aspire to be. I think we can only ever dream of being this comfortable. I can always tell when he's like in the comfy zone because the mouth hangs open like that. It looks so stupid. It looks so stupid. Man. If only I could achieve such levels of chill, right? Right? Imagine just being... Do you have a red light? Yeah, my bedroom has a red light. I'm not in the back rooms. I'm not in the back rooms. It's just a red light bulb. I think it's still on. Yeah, it's still got. I gotta turn it off. It's still on at the moment. Literally me in the morning. I'm lucky at the moment. I don't have to be up at like any particular time, so I wake up when I'm ready to wake up. You know how some people wake up and they're like ready to go, it's morning time. And then other people wake up and it's like I need time to process that I'm alive. It's not like I am still tired and I want to just linger in bed. More, it's like I need to lay here and I'm awake. Like I'm not going back to sleep. I'm definitely awake. I'm not gonna be able to go back to sleep, but I need to lay here for a bit. I was always told, like, no, you shouldn't do that. You should like get out of bed and start getting your day going. And even my stupid last doctor used to say that too. And then I learned recently, like neurodivergent people, that's actually pretty common. And I was like, oh, okay. Thanks, old shitty doctor. Thanks for making me feel bad. Anyway, let's go eat her. Let's go get her and then make her into a barbecue and then eat her. Yeah. Payback's a bitch. Depends me. Some days I can just go, but other days I'm just flying on a single. It's not bad. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's like I need to take in all the sounds and stuff first. I need to like, it's like I need to let the existence catch up. I don't know how to explain it. It's like I'm awake and I'm not able to go back to sleep. I'm definitely awake, but I just need like, I don't know, like a good 20 to 30 minutes to like assimilate. Like, okay, there is sound, there is light. I'm alive. You know, I exist. I am in this timeline. The boot up process, yeah. And then usually the stream assistant comes over and sits on my face, like puts his stomach across my face and I can't breathe, but he's like, give me attention, and then I'm like, I can't breathe, but I shall give you attention. And then he like sits like that for a bit, and then he's like, okay, you're awake now. Blah. The only time I'm like get up and run is when I have like an appointment or something that I know I have to be at. Even if it like happens like 5 hours later, it's like, I gotta get up, I gotta be ready, I need to be ready right now, you know? Ugh. You're lower in the hierarchy, Kagi. The weak must fear the strong. But that's why I have an army of Digicons, right? Because together we are strong. Unified, we can eat our enemies. If we are just one, we are but one, but together we shall eat the enemy. Consume them and make them part of our poop. Yeah, we shall poop them out. Man, why do I say these things? Why do I say this? Sometimes I try to tell myself, you know what? I should ease up on like some of the stuff I say because I might give the wrong impression of what kind of a person I am. What kind of a person I am. Get it? What kind of a pony? I'm kidding. Okay, I'm gonna stop. But, you know, give the wrong impression. And then I just start yapping, and then I like spew words, and then it... Is it really a wrong impression? I don't know. Do I give the impression that I'm weak and meager? Kagi is just Kagi. Yeah, the only thing I do... Okay, it's not like everything I say might give the wrong impression, because obviously we should all love Bingus cats, and we should appreciate Bingus. Love Bingus. I think I have a picture just for this moment. Hold on, I'm grabbing it. Bingus. I have it somewhere. Oh, Bingus. Okay, there we go. Anyway. But if I say too much lewd stuff, I don't want to give the impression that I'm like a very lewd person, because I don't think I am. I think I know a lot of stuff, but it doesn't mean I am a lot of stuff, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not really that lewd of a person, so I'm always like, oh shoot, maybe I give the wrong impression if I like talk about that kind of thing, but then that might just be me overthinking as well. I don't know. I'm an overthinker. Also, having my big boobs doesn't help. Having my big boobs out, I guess, doesn't help. But I am well endowed. Is that how you say it? Well endowed. I'm trying to appreciate what my mama gave me. Even though my mom is like small chested. My mom is like really small boobs, and then I'm like big boobs. I remember a lot of my life I was actually like, I hated having big boobs, and I was like, I am gonna one day have small boobs. I'm gonna chop them off and get rid of them. And then I learned to love thyself. And here we are today, loving thyself and thy big melons. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Give them to me. Alright, I'll donate them. I'll donate my boob tissue. Have you seen what the inside of a boob looks like? It's kind of like a brain. I think, honestly, if you could just, like, clap your hands and, like, magically I don't have boobs, maybe, I think I would still do it, but I don't think I would ever go through with, like, surgery or anything. And I think the, like, poofing them away would be, like, out of convenience, because honestly, big boobs are kind of an inconvenience. Welcome back. Big boobs are kind of an inconvenience. There's a lot of things you don't think about, like, they're always there, like, your arms are always touching them if you're, like, going to pick something up, even, like, right now, just sitting in my chair, right, like, the they expand to touch my arm, so I can't just like suddenly fling my arm to the left because it's gonna hurt them, right? There's like a lot of things you don't consider until you get nipple piercings, and then you're aware of how much you touch your boobs. But then like also things like running, right? You can't just run when you got tits because it hurts. You can't just go jumping because it hurts. If you try to lie on your stomach, it's like I'm squishing them and it hurts. Even laying in bed, it'll be like you're lying on your back and then like you turn onto your side, it's like ow. You know what I mean? Like you're always conscious of them. They're like their own entities. Going braless is painful. I hate not having a bra on because even just like sitting around is like like the weight hurts. Like I don't know how to describe it, but like you need support. Do you have nipple piercing? That's rude. You can't just ask that. Not right now, no. Nipple piercings, I think they're really pretty, but they don't ever like fully heal. So, they're basically like, they're good to look at, but you can't actually do a lot with them. You need specialized pillow. I bought a new pillow a few days ago, and I bought a new pillow like maybe like 2 weeks ago, and it was really nice, and then my head decided it wasn't nice anymore. I struggle with pillows though. Like, pillows are like an ongoing struggle for me that never gets resolved. Like, some days I don't use a pillow. And then I'll use a plushie. And then I'll use a pillow. And then I'll use another pillow. And then I'll use another pillow. And it's like every day is a different... It's a wild card. It's a wild card. What does my head want to rest on today? And I cannot sleep until the correct thing has been decided. Then you'll use an empty ducky case? I would never. I don't want to make them grubby. I don't want to grubby them up. But it's usually like it rotates between. I have this pillow that I've had for like a long time now. It's a Rilakkuma pillow. It rotates between that, a tail cushion, like a foxtail cushion that I use as a pillow sometimes. And then I have a Shiba that is very special to Shiba plushie that's very special to me. Then it becomes her. Then I have this long cat plushie. Then sometimes it's the long cat. And then it's like one of my actual pillows. And then there is a green pillow that is actually Auntie Fox's that she lent to me during a time when nothing was working. And then I have a Paw Patrol pillow. The only reason I got the Paw Patrol pillow is because it was square, and I was like, I don't want a long pillow right now, I just want a little square pillow, and that was the only one I could find. So I have a Paw Patrol pillow. And it could be any one of those things each day. And each day it changes. Each day is a different one, and I have to like cycle through them. Usually I can tell pretty early on though if it's the right one. Like I'll put it down, I'll lay on it, I'll be like, no, that's not what it is today, and then I cycle through all of them. And on a really special day, none of them work. On a very special day, none of them work, and that sucks. But like for the most part, there's gonna be one that works. This is like the most. Like, if you ever doubted the autism, like, this is like one of those moments where it's like, how did you doubt? How did you doubt? I still freaking doubt, man. I like always doubt myself in regards to things like that. Actually, I was talking to Auntie Fox earlier, and I was saying, like, one thing that really sucks is, like, Um, when people, I don't know how to explain it properly, but like, if people tell me that I'm a mean person, right? Like, if it's something I'm not good at like recognizing things about myself, so like I rely on people to tell me those things about myself, right? And if like someone is like, "Oh yeah, you're a mean person. You're like not a nice person," then I'm like, "Oh okay, I'm not a nice person. I'm a mean person." And someone that I was friends with for a very long time did that, right? And then it was like within the last, I guess, like 4 years where I was like, oh, I'm actually not a mean person. I'm a pretty nice person. And that's because like I have good friends now and stuff, right? And those people were like, no, you're like really nice. You're really caring. You're not mean, you know? Those people opened my eyes to like, oh, okay, I'm not actually mean. but like for like a really long time I thought I was mean. And I was telling Auntie Fox about that. I don't remember where I was going with this. I was just acknowledging it, I guess. I don't know, I forgot what the point of that story was. I yapped too much that I yapped the point away. Shouldn't doubt thoughts as I'm angry. Obviously that person was talking about. Yeah, a lot of people do that. Like, a lot of people will project things, but I guess like people in general will kind of like get something in their head about someone, and then they're like, oh, this person is like this, and then they like project that too. I'm not saying like everyone does it, but I don't think it's that uncommon. But yeah, I was telling Auntie Fox about that, and it's like while we were talking about Japan and stuff. It's crazy. I couldn't imagine. I think when I was a teenager, because I think like every teenager, right? Like every teenager can do mean things, and every teenager can be like a little mean, mean and inconsiderate, and just a teenager essentially. And I think because I met this person when I was a teenager, they were like things that I had done back then that were mean or like inconsiderate, or even when I think back to them today, I'm just like, oh yeah, you were just being a teenager, it's fine. Like those things, yeah, they were mean, but like you were young and dumb essentially, and you apologized and you moved on and you grew up, you know? But that person was like kind of using it as leverage to like, oh yeah, I know better because I know that you're mean. You know what I mean? Like, not in a good way. I'm not friends with this person anymore, by the way. But we were friends for a very long time, and they would tell me like, oh yeah, you're mean and like stuff like that. So I used to be like, oh yeah, I'm mean. And then people would be like, no, you're nice, and I'd be like, oh, it's just because you don't know. Cat gun. But yeah, nowadays I don't think I'm actually mean. But I also think self-proclaimed people that are like, no, I'm a nice person. A lot of the time when people self-proclaim that they're nice, they're not. They're not. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people that go around, they're like, oh, I'm such a nice person. It's like, no, I don't think you are. Just because you said that, I don't think you are. I suppose I more accurately mean malicious. I do think when people have guys, I'm horrible. I'm so humble and amazing. Hi everyone, Konkagi. I'm so humble and amazing. I'm super nice person and I'm super cute. I'm just like Fluttershy. People who say they're humble, yeah, that's one of those things you can't like self-proclaim. You can't tell people that you're humble Like, you can't tell people that you're nice. I gotta, like, introduce myself and be like, yeah, hold on, I'm gonna hiccup. I also can't do that when I'm meeting someone. Oh, hey, no, wait, hold on. I'm gonna hiccup. Anyway, hi, I'm Kagi, and I'm a nice person. I can't even say it seriously without making it, like, dumb. But yeah, like, I will say, if someone is, like, not mean to me, I think it... I'm trying to think, if someone goes out of their way to be malicious to me, I will probably hold a grudge. I will probably have a hard time letting it go. I guess in a lot of time I have a hard time letting things go. When it's like negative, should hiccup every introduction. It usually happens when I've been speaking a lot. I think it's because I'm not like swallowing properly. So I'm like swallowing air or something. I don't know. But when I don't talk a lot, then I don't hiccup. But then I start speaking a lot, and it's like yeah, that's the thing. I guess it depends, right? Repercussion is a normal reaction. I guess so. Yeah. Hold grudges, hate people, eat your enemies. Yeah. I guess on the same coin, I'm also too forgiving. Like, there are times where it's like, no, what someone did is not forgivable, and you shouldn't forgive them. You should say no, and you know, not continue to be friends with that person, or like, yeah. That reminds me, I forgot to respond to a friend. She messaged me a picture of a taxidermy fox, and I just remembered I was sleeping, and you know when you wake up and you like check your phone and then you go back to sleep. I just remembered that I was like sleeping. I woke up, I checked my phone. She sent me a picture of a taxidermy fox, and then I went back to sleep. Wait, I message her right now before I forget. Okay, please tell me it doesn't have a pin. Oh my god, what was with that guy? There's some guy in Britain. Is he? I can't remember if he's like English, but he like makes pencil sharpeners out of taxidermy rats. He makes like pencil cases and stuff as well. And he gave one to his girlfriend, wife. I don't remember. Yeah. No, it's not. It's not. One is an Arctic fox, and one is a red fox. I will say the red fox one looks pretty decent. Like, it looks nicely done. I'm not like a fan of taxidermy, but I also don't like... I'm not against it, I just personally wouldn't have a taxidermy animal. But the Arctic fox one looks kind of stuffed. It doesn't look very well done. Like, the face looks really... The face looks funny. Let me show them. I'll crop it though, just so it cuts out some of the text, because I don't want to, like, show... I didn't take these photos, you know? I was just showing these photos. I don't know where she was. Oops. This thing is huge! How big would... You know what? I'm gonna try again. I'm just gonna screenshot this picture instead of saving it, because it's freaking huge. I think she sent me like the full resolution. It's freaking... It's like... I'm trying to shrink it down, and it's just... There's no shrinking it down. That's not the image I wanted. Eh, let it save. Page save. Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, this is the red fox. You see what I mean? I think it's pretty decent. Like they did the face really well. Which you don't usually see in fox taxidermies, but the face looks really good. But then the Arctic Fox one, it's not good. The body is good and the like paws and stuff are decent, but the face is not good. The face is like go back to the drawing board. This one's not that great. Okay, so that's the first one. And then this is the Arctic Fox. Yeah, the face is like scuffed. I don't know. It's like messed up. But the body, like the body and everything looks fine. It's just the face. Yeah, two raccoon. Like actually it looks like a tanuki. Like it looks like the person looked at a picture of a tanuki and was like, oh, this is the animal that I'm making. Not a fox. I'm making a raccoon dog. Yeah. Nose is too thick. It's like, yeah, just it's wrong. It's wrong. But the actual red fox is very well done, I think. Oh look! I didn't notice the look. It's one of those, I don't remember, like they're like it's like a ferret thing, but it's white and it has a black tipped tail. Is it like the snow-footed ferret or something? Snow-footed ferret? Black, no, that's not it. Martin? It's not that. It's like it looks like a ferret, but it's white and it's ermine. White ermine. It's called a white ermine. White ermine. Stoat. These little guys are really cute. Freaking web file. I think a marten is usually bigger, right? I'm not sure. I know minks are pretty big. Like minks are bigger than ferrets. Where'd the picture go? There we go, this little guy. It's one of them. I found a white sable and black tip. For a fox? There are some really beautiful colors for red foxes. Oh! Sable like the animal. Sable is also like a color variant too. Like, I think it's mostly used with dogs, but when you say it's sable, it's like like a German Shepherd. that's the color I can think of. saber. No, sable. Like cable with an S. It's like a color type. But it's mostly like kind of like the, you know, like the generic German Shepherd color. It's like that. Or can't think what else. That's all I can think of right now. It's like a type of descriptor. I also found the Haida ermine. Yep, you have up. Apparently there is an American ermine, but doesn't show the tail tip. Oh, American ermine. Yeah, if I saw these, I would just think it's like a weasel or something. But I guess they're all part of the same family, right? American ermine. They're so cute though. They are very, very cute. Anything like ferret-ish, like the stoats, minks. What are they all? There's stoats, there's minks, there's weasels, there's ferrets, there's polecats, there's ermine. Let me look it up. Ferret type animals list. Martins? Yeah, I guess. Polecats. I wouldn't say wolverines are on the same kind of. Weasel, ermine, ferret, ermine, weasel, polecat, mink, weasel, Japanese weasel. That's cute. It looks like a teddy bear. Japanese weasel. Okay, it's okay. In the other picture it was way cuter. In the other picture it was way cuter. Yellow-bellied weasel. That's cute. Itachi means Japanese weasel. No, that's Sasuke's older brother. Wait, that is his name, right? Sasuke Uchiha. Brother. Itachi. Yeah, it is. Itachi Uchiha. Itachi. Yeah, his older brother. Weasel in disguise. Naruto watch along, Lynn. We should actually watch some Naruto. Just you know, to indulge a little bit. The more you look, the more your shot is, cause the vibe of no. Okay, let's look at some Arctic Fox pictures just to reset your brain. Arctic Fox, cute. Okay. Behold the most wonderful. Okay, hold on. Behold the little round ears. You saw that, right? I'm resizing without making you look. I'm making you look at it. There we go. There. Little round ears. There we go. Yay. Now it cleansed. Now we can think of fox. They're so freaking cute, man. I love Arctic foxers. I mean, I love a lot of things. But I really, really love Arctic foxers. I love foxes too, but Arctic foxes just hit differently, you know? I like wolves a lot as well. I did a poll the other day because I was curious. I was curious what people would say if they liked wolves or foxes more. And I thought that the Arctic wolf would win, but the Arctic fox won. I like both, but if I have to pick, it's the Arctic fox. I want this picture to load in full res, but it's not loading. Obviously, Arctic Fox is a clear winner. Yeah, it's too cute. Like, everything about it is so cute. I love the summer coat as well. True, I guess if I'm asking in my community, there is a bias. But the summer coat is very funny and cute as well. I love both, by the way. I love winter and summer coat. I had some people like try to DM me on TikTok and be like, "Hey, I know you're a small content creator. I could help you grow." And I was like, "Yeah, that's cool, but I look like this." And then I sent them, I think it might have been this picture actually. I think I actually sent them this picture. Wait. It was this one or it was something very similar. But I was like, "Yeah, I look like this." You know, it was like, first I made sure they weren't bots. I made sure that they were like actual people trying to like trying to, I don't know, like promote themselves. One of them was like, "Hey, I know it's hard to grow as a small content creator. Loving the stuff that you're making so far. If you ever want like, I think it was like assistant essentially, in like growing, I got Twitch partners so I can help you out." You know what I mean? They were like doing that kind of thing, and I was like, "Wow, that's really cool. By the way, I look like this." I think I just copy and pasted that to a bunch of people. And then I would like read their reply and not say anything else. But yeah, it seems scammy to me, but also like why, how do I word this? Unless they were like a VTuber as well, and they were like, "Wow, I love your content. Maybe we should like collaborate sometime together, and like maybe I could share my viewers with you." I feel like that's fine, and that's like that. It's coming from a genuine place of like, I like this person and I would like to see them grow. But if it's coming from a place of like, I'm just a random streamer and I want you to pay me to help you grow, it's like, how are you gonna help me grow? You're like FPS guy with your webcam on. You know what I mean? Like, how are you gonna help me grow when it's like I am like nothing similar to you? Like, there's no similarities to you. Unless you're trying to be like, "Oh, I can give you like advice on like things that can help you grow," like streaming at the same time, making a consistent schedule so that people know when to catch your stream, actually posting a stream schedule, posting content outside of streaming. It's like, okay, I know those things. How is that gonna you know what I mean? I know those things. You don't need to tell me that. A collab stream is sure, but it seems, yeah, I would say it's kind of strange to just like randomly collab with someone. Don't you mean follow a screenshot? No, not both one. Both help, both help. Streaming at a consistent time helps, yes, but I think I used to push myself a lot more to be on a like set schedule and post a schedule of what I was gonna stream each stream and what time I was gonna stream. And then I burnt out. And then I would like crash out and go on like a hiatus, I guess. Because it was like impossible for me to keep a sleep schedule. But Also, one thing that I think kind of sucks is like if you plan a stream and you're like on Monday I'm gonna stream GTA, on Tuesday I'm gonna do an art stream, on Wednesday I'm gonna stream GTA, you know, and then you get to Monday and you're like, oh, I really don't feel like playing GTA. So then you would just change the stream, right? You're like, okay, we're not gonna do that, we're gonna do something else instead. To me, if you're someone who's gonna change things up so much, it's like, then what's the point of a schedule? You know what I mean? Like, what's the point of a schedule if you're just gonna change things up when you feel like it? Which is me. Which is me. I might feel like playing something one day, but then the next day I'm like, yeah, I don't feel like playing that. And I don't want to like force myself to play it, and then it's like a low energy stream where I clearly don't want to be there. You know what I mean? Because when I watch people stream, it's like, what are the main things that, other than ads, one of the main things that will make me leave a stream is like when it feels like the streamer doesn't want to be there. You know, like everyone's guilty of doing it at some point if you're a streamer, but you can tell when someone just wants to leave, you know, like they're not feeling it, they're like not in the mood, and it's like I don't want to sit here and experience that with you. I'd rather just come back another stream when you're like in a better mood or like more up for it. And in terms of streaming at a consistent schedule, I figured it's probably better that I stream rather than not at all. So it's like, okay, it's better to stream at some point than never. You know what I mean? And for now, if I cannot keep a sleep schedule, just stream at the times that I can stream, and then like better than not streaming at all. Because I really do like streaming. I enjoy streaming. Even why is it like? Oh, I think it's kind of moving around a lot. Even if I'm a little I'm on a little bit of a constraint of like times where I can stream, but I'm usually up at one of those times. So it's usually overnight when Auntie Fox is sleeping, which is anywhere from like, let's say 7 p.m. to like 4 a.m. And then the other one is like 5:30 a.m. to like 10 a.m. Those are like the main time frames that I can stream. And I'm always up at one or the other, right? So it's just like, just stream at one or the other. Yeah. I never understood set games, just needs general time. And yeah, I think that's easier too. I think most streamers that I watch, they just kind of like go live when they are ready. There's one where she schedules like main stuff, but then a lot of her other stuff is like a lot of guerrilla. And then there's one where she just shows up when she wants to show up. Can work with a schedule like that? Yeah. I think at the end of the day, it's meant to be fun, so if putting sudden expectations on yourself takes the fun away from it, get rid of those expectations and make it so it's fun for you again. And I think sometimes it's a little easy to get lost in the sauce and feel like you have to grow immediately, and you have to see growth, and you have to be doing what everyone else is doing, but you don't really. You don't really. As long as there's a lot when folks go live, I'm good. Yeah, I agree. And as long as there's not like huge hiatuses where I don't know what happened to someone, like they're just gone for like 3 months. To be honest, I think I could be more transparent when I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna stream this week. I could probably be more transparent with that. But awareness is key. So yeah, I'll try to be more obvious. What is going on? I feel like I am like swapping back and forth between like I feel like I'm talking into my left and then right ear, and it keeps switching. Peanut Planet with the picture of the fox dingo dog. Welcome. Welcome, Heavy Ahmed. Howlbird. That's me in the summer. That was like me at yeah, that was me yesterday actually, because it's summer right now. I'm shedding my coat. shedding my winter coat, getting ready for the summer, getting ready for Christmas. I started my advent calendar. Oh my god, there's like 4 different advent calendars in the house right now, so I'm giving my dad one of the advent calendars. There's like 4 different advent calendars in that. Well, Auntie Fox has one. I have like 3 at the moment. And then I gotta give one to Dad. Hi, Enoshima. Welcome. Wait, it's almost been 3 hours? I said I was gonna stream for 2 and then go me, and then somehow I ended up over yapping and it's like yapped into almost 3 hours. What the heck? It's like such a woman thing to do. Just like you also found. Wait, I backed out on the game. I did admit that I was too sleepy to do puzzles. Apparently I was too sleepy to play something, but not sleepy enough to just keep on yapping. Keep on yapping, keep on yapping. Not enough, I need 5 advent calendars. I was really hoping there was a My Little Pony advent calendar, but there wasn't. I suppose that falls into legal boundaries. You're on thin ice. Have a pleasant stream. Thank you. Thank you for the drive-by and the warning. I have looked for one. Yeah, I looked for one too, but there was none. Okay, I think now I will officially go lay down after. Oh yeah, wait, one more thing. When I was speaking to Auntie Fox about Japan, she looks at the stream assistant and she's like, "Oh no, you have to learn Japanese. You're gonna become a Japanese cat." And I was like, "No, he's an English cat. It's fine. He speaks English. It's fine." Oh my goodness. Hi. It's too comfy up there. He's so cute. Japanese cat. There's that song where it was like, Japanese woman, Hinako, Satsuko. Japanese cat, nya 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 nya. Speak Japanese to him? What do I say to him? Nya. Nyang. Nya 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 nya. Nya nya. Yeah. Yes, so Antonia instead of meow. Yeah, you do. Oh yeah. How would I even say Storima? Storima. I don't know how to say assistant. Oh, it would be like Storimanyan. Oh yeah, Storimanyan. Osaka accent? I can't do that. What the heck? I can't even do like accent. I just Gurabu. Gurabu. Mr. Gurabu. Oyo. No, Osaka. Hello. Have you come to say hello? Oh my goodness. And step on the keyboard. What are you pressing? No Osaka accento onegai shimasu. Osaka accent is too hard. Like, I can recognize it when I hear it. Only because of Carol from Cloud Captors. Like, I can recognize that, but I cannot do it. Also, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. You know how some desks have like a little... Okay, coming back out. Yeah, you don't really fit in there, huh? Hi. You're so silly. Girubo. I think it would be Gurabu. Gura. Is it an ora? It'd be like Gura. Boo. Gurabu. Gurabu. Like Gura. but bu on the end. Kurabu. You're so cute. Wanna say hello? Oh, you're not purring at the moment. No purrs. Oh wait, there he goes. He's purring. He's a Mr. Purr. No, never mind, he stopped. Did you hear that? It sounded like it just blew ass. I was like leaning forward on my chair and I... Hold on. I'm gonna wake up. Anyway. Sorry for that. If I actually ever breath on stream, I will admit to it. But then I will also probably... I will probably immediately graduate right after. I'll probably like... fart and then be like, okay, well... And then the stream cuts off, and before 5 seconds have even passed, there will be like a graduation announcement on Twitter. I, Kagari Kitsune, have decided that after blowing ass on stream, I shall graduate. Your breath stinks. You got stinky breath. If you're going to do that, you're going to make it an epic bra. I have epic bras, don't worry. My bras are already pretty epic. I got new bras recently. I got 3 new bras recently. Oh yeah, I said I was gonna show... No. I said I was gonna show what they look like, and I haven't shown what they look like. Maybe next... He knocked my camera. I died. I smell like beef. Okay. I found a site I've never seen that has My Little Pony Friendship Winter of various figures. That's cute. I got what? What did I get? I'm going to bed. I'm going... Bras! Yeah, I got bras. I got like a white one, a pink one, and a flesh-toned one. Yeah. Which is not really flesh-toned, but I'm also pretty pale, so I don't know. It's not flesh-toned. Anyway, go to sleep. Good night. No, God. No, like, I don't know, like, you know, like... Good night! Good night. There we go. Konyasumi. Konkagi. Thank you everyone for hanging out. Should get a pizza pepperoni. That makes me want pizza. Pizza la pizza. The pepperoni pizza. Let's go! Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Wait, the Doro is zooming. What the heck? Look how fast it's going. Meow. Is it always that fast? I feel like it's not usually that fast. It's going for it. I also got a Doro figure that arrived. I shall dream of Doro tonight. And pizza. Yeah. Bye!